From that vendor-neutral archive, though, that solution, that enterprise imaging platform, can be used at what I would call different pillars. So starting at department. So within a department, department should be able to take advantage of that vendor-neutral archive and that enterprise imaging platform to resolve PACS and modality limitations. The value is not just at the enterprise level. If there are specialty workflows you need to do for advanced visualization, you need to split thicks and thins, you need to split chest, abdomen, pelvis, you need to get rid of special characters coming on series descriptions, so hanging protocols working your PACS, those types of things should be able to be resolved by your enterprise imaging platform. Teleservices, I've already talked quite a bit about that and how you can, that enterprise imaging platform, as studies come in, be able to make sure order numbers are not duplicated and be able to auto-generate HL7 orders before the studies go into PACS so they don't show up as exceptions or unspecified. To be able to map patient IDs or translate patient IDs, to be able to help out with CDs and DVDs, so that outside imaging. So that platform should help out in the department. It should also help out in the enterprise. This is kind of the more traditional true VNA case where the vendor-neutral archive is consolidated across radiology and cardiology and dermatology and ophthalmology and whatever other specialties there may be. Along with that as well is, once it's consolidated, you've simplified your image enabling your EMR, you've simplified image enabling your physician and patient portal. And also that platform is helping with consolidating, as you have in an IDN scenario, as you're purchasing and merging with other facilities, consolidating those facilities across disparate PACS systems, across disparate patient identifying schemes and things like that. And then lastly here, just around a region, using that enterprise imaging platform to share across regional hospitals and regional facilities. Similar to the teleservices I talked about in the departments, but how can the VNA be used to, for instance, prefetch from an outside repository, an outside registry? How can it be used to share data with patients as they're being transferred between different facilities? How can the enterprise imaging platform be used with your local HIE? So different things like that. And lastly here in this little section is really around the stakeholders. And again, this kind of gets back into the history a little bit, but as we look, PACS 1.0 and PACS 2.0 had a lot of focus on the viewer and the diagnostic tools, and rightfully so. Again, at the end of the day, we're all here to diagnose a patient, provide the best patient care. But we're starting to see that shift. Now, how do we better manage the storage? How do we better manage the life cycle so we control storage costs? How do we make sure the data stays clean, data integrity? When my wife's name changes, I want to make sure that change is going to be on that image file for the rest of its life. How do we make sure we get the analytics and the data out of the system so we can get proper reimbursement? And then from a patient referring physician side, how do we better enable access to the images and the results, better enable access to share those images and access to those priors?